Okay, so I'm gonna try again. This time I put the bit. I put. Oh shh. Yeah, here we go. Not that fast. Shit. That's too fast. Yeah, I think my Dremel. Oh shit. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to just drill the holes in the base and in the basically in the bits of the base. Yeah, apparently I'm not using. I just took a drill bit and stuck it in the Dremel. I guess I got lucky before, but yeah. So what I found out was these pieces um, can't be drilled when they're beyond um, leather hard. So big mistake. You can see I tried and failed. So you want to do the drilling while the piece is leather hard. Fortunately, I have this base, which I already did drill out back when it was leather hard. And this is the one I was hanging outside. You can see I still got some seed in it. And I plan on continuing to hang it out there. But I figured, all right, I can't demo the drilling of the base. I probably need to redo that base video anyway. But I can, this piece I just did the trimming on, and it's still leather hard. So I'm going to try to trim this piece and fit it to the other one. So here goes. Okay, so first thing I've got to do, since this piece doesn't marry up with the other one exactly, is cut away a little clay. So I have to figure out where the nub points are going to be on the top piece. So I just want to pick a spot that, maybe one of the facets facing out, because when this thing hangs, the uh, the it's going to hang with a specific orientation. So I picked the way I want it to look. Like if it just had a single wire, it would spin around in the wind. But because it's got the two wires or a single wire that loops, it is pretty stable and it'll stay in the same spot. So if you want to actually see the birds when you hang this thing, you're going to want these bottom holes to be visible because that's where the seed comes out. So you'll want at least, and you have a pretty good shot of it no matter what you do. So I'm just shut up and mark this thing with this little knife. I'm just going to mark two spots and carve away some of that clay there so that the cable can come by it with no problem. It's kind of good that this top piece is a little bigger than the bottom because that way it will definitely block any water and it'll continue down and not get inside where the seed chamber is. Okay, so you can see I've marked the spot above each nub with a line, and then I'm going to cut away some of the clay there so the line doesn't interfere with the top. Okay, so you can see I've cut a notch over this hole because this top's a little bigger than the bottom. One thing I might do in future is instead of having a nub on the outside, actually make the bottom have a big fat ring around the top and have this piece, the top piece, also have a ring. And then I could put the holes anywhere I want. And yeah, but still, I can't make the holes when the clay is beyond leather dry, it'll just crack apart. I've forgotten that. All right, so now I'm going to drill the holes in the top because this top is still leather hard. You can see the tonal difference, the color difference between the top and the bottom, which has been dried for quite a while. This top is still kind of rubbery a little bit, so should be easily drilled without making the mistake that I made. So what I'm going to do is just follow the center line of these V's up to the top and make the hole from the bottom of the top side, probably in this meaty part of the top. So hopefully I should be able to drill this through without a lot of trouble. So I've already started the hole. So let's see how it goes. Again, it should be easier to drill than something that's beyond leather hard. I'm going to start the drill and then try to line the drill bit body up with the notch that I made, and then just kind of lay the drill bit down in the body, and I think I've crossed over to the tops. No, I have not. Okay, well, I'm getting there. I'm going to just try to go through. I poked through. Now I've got the two holes. So I'm going to go ahead and run the wire through them and string this baby back up with this top instead of the other one that I kind of broke anyway. I'm bad with stuff, man. So that is that. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I'm going to stop here and then string the wire through it. Okay, so I've got this piece of wire, same one I was using before. I'm just going to poke it up through the hole on this side. I really need the camera to be closer to me, I guess, but whatever. So let's see if I can get it in there. I don't know. Since it's a little bit frayed because I'd taken it out already. Okay, so now I've got it through the bottom piece. I'm going to now feed it through the top, which should be fairly straightforward since I just had the drill bit through there. And voila. Now the one side is, oh man, that kind of widened the hole there because this is still leather hard. That may have been a mistake, man. I'm thinking that maybe I should wait to string this until it's dried a little more. So I'm going to forego that until later because it is gonna, if I move it at all, it's gonna break away some of the clay near the holes, and you don't want the holes to look ragged or anything. So again, it's all in the timing of this stuff. So I managed to put it through here, but we got a couple things going on that I don't love. One is making this notch, which is really a workaround because this top piece was made. I didn't really focus on the exact size. So one thing I can do in the future is just make a fat ring around the top, and then a fat ring around this, and then I don't have to be exact with the size. And a lot of lighthouses do have that kind of platform up closer to the light, so it will look better anyway. Instead of having these nubs, just have the whole thing have a concentric circle around it at that point. The let's see. So that is that for now. I can't string the rest of it, or I don't want to. No, frick it. Let's be daring. What the hell? I'll just stick it through the top hole. Go in there, please. It's making it wider, I can tell. But that's okay. The clay's going to shrink a little bit too. Or that's my justification. So now I've got it through the top piece. Yeah, I think it would look better with if the top piece just had a collar on it. And now, yeah, I'm just gonna pull this through here. Put that down there. Now I just have to feed it through the bottom collar on this side, which is easy because that clay is dried, been dried. And now I just need to make a knot for this side, which I'll just do right now. It already had a knot in it, so it's pretty, oh, dang. Coated wire, right? But the coating's off the end piece. Okay. And now, there. Now I've got the same design. Again, I'll probably improve the design and get rid of the bits and just have two collars on it. One on the top, the light part, and one on the bottom like I already have, except maybe a wider one. It'll add a little weight to the piece, but it doesn't matter. It's not that heavy anyway. And, the collar would be probably stronger than just the nubs. So let me just bring this up. And you can see, yeah, I've got the wire. And then basically it is now complete. And of course it has yet to be fired or anything, but that would be the next step. You could, I think, maybe able to fire it and have it totally vitrified. And I don't know, maybe you would have to also do a second firing, or I'm not really clear on that part of it. This is my favorite part, just building something. But maybe someday I'll get used to the other parts. For now, that's all.